Thinking in English is the key to real fluency. Hello, and welcome back to the Real Talk English podcast. I'm so glad you're here because today we're going to talk about something that can totally transform your English. Something powerful, something simple, something most teachers never teach you. I'm talking about this thinking in English. Yes, not just reading English, not just speaking English, but actually thinking in English, in your mind, silently, constantly, automatically. This is the real secret to fluency. This is what separates people who study English from people who live English. And guess what? You can learn it, even if you're a beginner, even if you're not confident, even if your vocabulary is small. By the end of this episode, you'll have a step-by-step system to train your brain to think in English every single day. Let's begin. Why you translate in your head and why it slows you down. Let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever had this experience? Someone speaks to you in English. You understand them. You know the answer. But before you respond, your brain hits pause. You start thinking in your native language. You form the sentence in your head. Then you try to translate every word. And by the time you're ready to speak, the moment is gone. Sound familiar? If yes, you're not alone. Almost every language learner does this at some point. And today we're going to talk about why this happens, why it slows down your fluency, how to stop translating in your head, how to train your brain to think directly in English. Let's get into it. 1. Why you translate in your head. Here's what happens. Your brain is used to your native language. It's fast, it's automatic, it's your comfort zone. When you learn English, your brain stores new vocabulary and grammar, but it doesn't trust English yet. It still takes the longer route. Imagine this. Thought in your native language. Mental translation to English. Physical speaking in English. That's a 3-step process, and it's slow. It causes delay. It creates stress. Your brain is trying to be helpful. It says, let me give you the sentence in your language first, then you can translate. But here's the problem. Translation is not communication. Translation is a crutch. It's a bridge, but not the destination. 2. Why it slows you down. Let's say someone asks, what did you do last weekend? Here's how the translation loop usually goes. Step 1. Denken Sie in Ihrer Muttersprache. Ich war bei meiner Freundin und wir haben Kuchen gebacken. Step 2. Translate I was at my friend. We made cake. Step 3. Speak. I was with my friend and we made cake. Result? You pause. You doubt yourself. You feel awkward. You lose confidence. That's what we call a fluency blocker. Now imagine thinking in English. I was at my friend's place. We baked a cake. Simple, smooth, natural. Translation adds pressure. It increases mental load. And most importantly, it makes you sound less like yourself. Because when you translate, you're not thinking freely. You're trying to convert yourself into English, but you don't need to convert, you need to shift. 3. How to stop translating. The shift to direct thinking. Let me be clear, you will not stop translating in one day. It takes time, it takes training, but it's absolutely possible. Here's how to shift your brain from translate to think directly. Step 1. Accept simplicity. The biggest trap for many learners, trying to speak perfect English. They try to say complex things, just like in their native language. But here's the truth. Simple English is powerful English. Instead of saying, I had the pleasure of spending a wonderful afternoon with my family, just say, I spent the afternoon with my family. It was nice. The second version is faster, clearer, and more natural, especially when you're building fluency. Give yourself permission to use basic words and structures. You don't need to impress anyone. You just need to express yourself. Step 2. Start speaking to yourself in English. Yes, really. This is the number one trick to stop translating. Talk to yourself when you wake up. I need to get out of bed. You make coffee. This smells so good. You go outside. It's a bit cold today. Keep it short. Keep it simple. Don't plan your sentences. Just let them come. Over time, your brain will stop asking for translation. It will start building automatic English thoughts. Step 3. Use language switch. Triggers. Pick moments in your day where you'll only think in English. Example, when you're in the shower, when you're walking, when you're on the bus. During that time, no native language allowed, only English in your thoughts. Even if it's just, I'm walking down the street. I see a blue car. That person has a nice jacket. Every small thought is neural training. You are literally rewiring your brain to accept English as your new normal. 4. How to practice thinking in English without a partner. Here's a little secret. You don't need a teacher or a language partner to train your mind. You just need consistency. Try these solo techniques. First picture talk. Look at a photo on your phone. Now describe it out loud in English. This is my sister. We were at the beach. I'm wearing a green shirt. The weather looks perfect. You're not just describing a photo, you're training fluent recall. 2. Shadowing. Listen to a short sentence from a podcast or YouTube video, then pause and repeat it exactly. Not just the words, copy the tone, the rhythm, the flow. Example, I'm going to grab a coffee. I'm going to grab a coffee. This activates native-style processing. You'll begin to think like a native, not just speak like one. 3. Quick journaling. Every night, write 3 sentences about your day. But don't write first in your language and translate. Just write in English, even if it's simple. I had a busy day. I worked a lot. I feel tired. I saw my friend today. We talked about movies. This forces your brain to produce English without fallback. Final thoughts. It's not about speed. It's about flow. Many learners say, I want to speak English faster. But fluency isn't speed. Fluency is flow. It's when words come to you naturally. It's when you feel relaxed in the language. It's when you're not stuck in your head, trying to convert every sentence. So here's my advice. Stop aiming for perfect English. Start aiming for present English. Be in the moment. Speak with what you know. And let your brain learn to move naturally. Say this with me. I don't need to translate. I can think in English. I am building fluency every day. And guess what? You are. Every time you speak, think, write, even silently, you are growing. This is not about being perfect. This is about being real. And that's what Real Talk English is all about. Keep going. You've got this. How to start thinking in English, even if you're a beginner. Let's be honest. When you first start learning English, it's easy to feel like fluency is far, far away. You listen to native speakers on YouTube. You hear them talk fast, use slang, understand jokes, and you think, will I ever get there? Here's the truth. You don't need to be fluent to start thinking in English. In fact, thinking in English is how you become fluent, even if you're a beginner. Yes, I mean it. You don't need a big vocabulary. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't even need to speak out loud yet. What you need is a small mindset shift. Stop seeing English as a foreign language. Start seeing it as your second brain language. Today, I'll show you how. Step by step. Simple, practical, no pressure. Let's start. Step 1. Start with single words. This is the easiest place to begin, and it works. You go through your day seeing hundreds of things, objects, people, places, movements, and every time you see something, you have a choice. You can name it in your native language, like you've always done, or you can choose to name it in English. Let's make that second choice your new habit. How it works. You don't need to speak. You don't need to form full sentences. You just think the word in English. That's it. You see your bed in the morning? Bed. You grab your phone? Phone. You drink water? Water. You walk past a window? Window. It may feel too easy, but that's the point. You're teaching your brain to switch pathways, to stop defaulting to your native language, to start trusting English as your active system. Do this every day, not once, but all day. Wherever you go, name what you see in English. Pro tip: choose a category per day. Monday, objects in your room. Tuesday, things at work or school. Wednesday, body parts. Thursday, food and drinks. Friday, things you see outside. This keeps your mind active and focused. And repetition builds automatic recall, a key to fluency. Step 2. Move to short phrases. Once you're comfortable naming objects, it's time to go one level higher, short actions. This is where you start creating small, meaningful thoughts in English. Still simple, still quiet, but more powerful. Examples: I'm brushing my teeth. I'm opening the fridge. I see a bird. I'm walking to the bus stop. I hear music. Each phrase connects a subject, I, with a verb, am doing something. That's the core of communication. Why this matters. When you think in phrases, you activate grammar without studying it. You're no longer just memorizing words, you're learning how to use them. You're teaching your brain to form sentences that match your life, not a textbook. And because it's about your own day, it's easier to remember. It's meaningful, personal, automatic. Start with 2 to 3 phrases per activity, then build from there. You don't have to be perfect. You don't need to worry about tenses. Just describe what you are doing in the present moment. Step 3. Build small conversations. Once you're thinking in phrases, it's time to bring in some imagination. Let's create conversations, even if they're not real. Yes, I want you to talk to yourself in your head. Here's the fun part. You can choose who you talk to. A friend, your favorite actor or singer, your future self, your past self, someone you just saw at the bus stop. Create fake but realistic conversations, short and simple. Examples: Hi, how are you? I'm good, just tired today. Do you want coffee? Yes, please. I love coffee in the morning. Or, hello, future me. Are you fluent now? Yes, and I still practice every day. Why this works? You're simulating real interaction, safely. No judgment, no fear, just your thoughts. In English, you're not only training your language, but also your social brain. You're getting ready for real conversations by rehearsing them mentally. This step helps reduce anxiety. It builds confidence, and it shows your brain, hey, I can actually do this. The goal: make English your default thought language. That's the entire point of this method. You don't need to think in English 24/7 yet, but you want English to become a familiar pathway in your brain. When something happens, your brain should ask, "Can I say this in English?" And if the answer is yes, then do it. Every time you think in English, even just one word, you move closer to fluency. You are building a second brain, one that thinks, feels, and reacts in English. And it starts with these 3 steps: single words, object recognition, short phrases, daily self-expression, mini conversations, mental practice for real life. What you can do today. Here's a challenge. For the next hour after this episode, try this. Look around you. Name 10 things in English. Say 3 short phrases about your actions. Imagine one simple conversation in your head. It doesn't take long, but it will train your brain, and it will prove something important. You don't need to be fluent to think in English. You just need to start, and you've already started. Train your brain. Daily techniques to activate English thinking. Let me give you practical tools to build this habit every day. Technique 1. Morning brain warm-up. Before you grab your phone, spend 1 minute thinking in English. Say silently, "Good morning. Let's start the day. I feel tired but ready." Start small, but start every day. Technique 2. Mirror talk. Stand in front of the mirror once a day. Talk to yourself for 2 to 5 minutes in English. Start with, "Hey, how are you?" "I'm okay. I didn't sleep well. Today I want to go to the store." It feels strange at first, but after 7 days, it feels normal. Technique 3. Photo talk. Look at any photo, on your phone, Instagram, or outside. Then describe it in English. "I see a dog, it's sleeping under a tree. This is my breakfast, toast and eggs. This park is beautiful, the sun is shining." Simple, descriptive, effective. English switch moments. Pick one daily activity where you'll only think in English. Examples: walking to work, cooking dinner, cleaning your room, brushing your teeth. During that moment, no native language allowed, only English thoughts. This creates automatic language zones in your day. Your 7-day English thinking challenge. Want a structured way to begin? Here's your 7-day challenge. Day task. Day 1. Name 15 objects around you in English, mentally. Day 2. Think 5 short phrases describing your morning. Day 3. Do a 2-minute mirror talk. Day 4. Describe one photo in 3 English sentences. Day 5. Think in English while cooking or eating. Day 6. Create a short fake conversation in your mind. Day 7. Combine all above. Morning thoughts plus mirror plus task moment. Do this challenge once, then repeat it every week with new topics. It will rewire your brain for fluency. Bonus: what to do when you get stuck or forget words. Everyone gets stuck. Even native speakers forget words. So here's what to do. Paraphrase. If you forget sunglasses, say, "the dark glasses you wear for sun." If you forget microwave, say, "the small machine that heats food." Use simple words to describe missing ones. Don't stop. Keep speaking. If your mind goes blank, don't panic. Say, "let me think. What's the word? I'm not sure." These are normal in real speech. You don't need to be perfect. You need to keep the conversation alive. Write down what you missed later. After your conversation or thinking session, take 2 minutes. Write the words you forgot, the things you wanted to say but couldn't. Then look them up. Use them tomorrow. This is how fluency grows. Motivation close. You don't need more grammar, you need more practice. Let me end with this. You don't need another grammar textbook. You don't need more rules. You don't need to memorize 1,000 words. You need to use the words you already know. You need to speak, think, repeat. Fluency doesn't come from knowing. Fluency comes from doing. And if you train your brain to think in English, your mouth will follow. You'll speak faster. You'll understand more. And most importantly, you'll feel proud of yourself. I don't study English. I live English. Say it with me. Repeat it often. Believe it. Because the truth is, you already know enough to start. Let's stop learning in theory and start learning in action. See you in the next episode. You got this.